With more than 8 million species of living things on Earth, no wonder that nobody knows or has seen them all. And if you wanted to look at 8 million pictures of all the cool animals roaming the Earth, it would take around 8 years if you'd spend 30 seconds for each photo and would do it non-stop, without any breaks for eating or sleeping. And with scientists discovering new of rare animal species almost every day, this operation sounds quite unrealistic. That's why we've chosen the most curious and weirdest animals of the bunch, so you won't have to spend a decade checking them out yourself. We've included both land and sea animals, mammals and reptiles and even bugs to this list, so you'd see a plethora of unique animals. So join us as we reveal our picks for the top weirdest animals on Earth. Remember to subscribe and click the bell icon so you don't miss the next post. Thank you. Number 15. The Sri Lanka frogmouth. The Sri Lanka frogmouth is a small bird found in the western Ghats of South India and Sri Lanka. Related to the nightjars, it is nocturnal and is found in forest habitats. They live in the dense undergrowth of tropical forests. The plumage coloration of these birds resembles that of dried leaves, and these birds roost quietly on branches, making them difficult to see. What makes them weird is their oversized head, which gives these nocturnal birds a wide field of binocular vision, and the gaping wide hooked bill for which they are named. The short stiff bristles around their eyes are another attractive distinguishing feature too. Number 14. The bombardier beetle. The bombardier beetles are ground beetles that get their name from their ability to shoot hot lethal spray out of their butts. They have no weird physical appearance, but what is weird about them is the fact that they are able to eject a hot noxious chemical spray from the tip of their abdomen. This is the way they protect themselves against enemies. This noxious chemical spray happens when two chemicals, hydrogen peroxide and hydroquinone, come together with a catalytic enzyme and water, which are all stored separately inside the bug's guts until needed. When the bug feels threatened, the chemicals all mix together and create a hot toxic gas, which shoots out hitting any attacker. This chemical spray is fatal to some insects, and if some were to get on your skin, it could sting a little. Some bombardiers have the ability to spray this chemical in many directions at the same time. Number 13. The okapi. The okapi, also known as the zebra giraffe, is a native to the northeast of the Democratic Republic of Congo in Central Africa. Although the okapi has striped markings reminiscent of zebras, it is most closely related to the giraffe. The okapi and the giraffe are the only living members of the family Giraffidae. It stands about 1.5 meters tall at the shoulder and has a typical body length around 2.5 meters. Its weight ranges from 200 to 350 kilograms. The weird features of these mammals are their physical appearance. When seen for the first time, it looks like a hybrid of a zebra and a giraffe. It has a long neck and large flexible ears. Its coat is a chocolate to reddish brown, much in contrast with the white horizontal stripes and rings on the legs and white ankles. Okapis are primarily diurnal, but may be active for a few hours in darkness. They are essentially solitary, coming together only to breed. Okapis are herbivores, feeding on tree leaves, grasses, ferns, fruits, and fungi. Number 12. The glass frog. The glass frog is a member of the amphibian family Centralenidae. While the general background coloration of most glass frogs is primarily lime green, the abdominal skin of some members of this family is transparent and translucent. Hence, it is given the name glass frog. The internal organs, including the heart, liver, intestines, and in the case of females, eggs, are visible through the skin of this frog. This is what makes them a strange species. They use this weird and helpful feature to escape predators, which enables them to live long to produce offsprings. Glass frogs are arboreal, meaning they mainly live on trees, and are also nocturnal, meaning they are active at night. Number 11. The Japanese spider crab. The Japanese spider crab is a species of marine crab that lives in the waters around Japan. The Japanese name for this species is Taka Ishigani, which literally translates to tall-legged crab. It has the largest leg span of any arthropod. These giants go through 3 main larval stages, along with a prezoal stage, in order to grow to their great size. These weird animals, whose leg span can reach 12 feet in length and weigh up to 42 pounds, crawl along the ocean floor like a giant creepy spider. Orange with white spots along the legs, these crabs have been reported to have a very gentle disposition, despite their daunting appearance. Number 10. The Macropinna microstoma. The Macropinna microstoma is the only species of fish in the genus Macropinna, belonging to the Barreli family. It is recognized for a highly unusual transparent fluid-filled dome on its head, through which the lenses of its eyes can be seen. The eyes have a barrel shape and can be rotated to point either forward or straight up, looking through the fish's transparent dome. Macropinna microstoma has a tiny mouth, and most of its body is covered with large scales. These fishes normally hangs nearly motionless in the water, at a depth of about 600 meters to 800 meters, using its large fins for stability, and with its eyes directed upwards. In the low light conditions, it is assumed the fish detects prey by its silhouette. When prey such as small fish and jellyfishes are spotted, the eyes rotate like binoculars, facing forward as it turns its body from a horizontal to a vertical position to feed. Number 9. The Satanic Leaf-Tailed Gecko. The Satanic Leaf-Tailed Gecko is a species of gecko that is found on the island of Madagascar. The Satanic Leaf-Tailed Gecko, despite its name, is a mild-mannered reptile that prefers to take peaceful naps in the forests of Madagascar. It is a nocturnal reptile with suitably large eyes for vision. The Satanic Leaf-Tailed Gecko moves about its rainforest habitat at night feeding on insects. It has adhesive scales under its fingers and toes and has a strong curved claw that enables it to move adeptly through the trees. The leaf-tailed gecko is somewhat of an expert at avoiding predators, not only through their incredible mimicry, but through a number of behaviors. They can flatten their body against the substrate to reduce their body's shadow. They can also open their jaws wide to show a frightening bright red mouth. And voluntarily shed their tail in order to trick a predator. Number 8. The leafy sea dragon. The leafy sea dragon, or Glauert's sea dragon, is a marine fish in the family Cynathidae. It is found along the southern and western coasts of Australia. The name is derived from its appearance, with a long leaf-like protrusions coming from all over its body. These protrusions are not used for propulsion, they only serve as camouflage. The leafy sea dragon propels itself by means of a pectoral fin on the ridge of its neck and a dorsal fin on its back, closer to the tail end. These small fins are almost completely transparent and difficult to see, as they undulate minutely to move the creature sedately through the water, completing the illusion of a floating seaweed. Number 7. The Glaucus atlanticus. The Glaucus atlanticus is a species of small blue sea slug in the family Glaucidae. More commonly known as the blue dragon or blue sea slug, this inch-long nudibranch is just as lethal as it is lovely. It stores venom in its finger-like serrata, producing a sting that causes fever, shock, and even death. Humans handling the slug may receive a very painful and potentially dangerous sting. These beautiful badasses are pelagic, meaning they are neither close to the bottom of the ocean or near the shore. They float upside down by using the surface tension of the water to stay up, where they're carried along by the winds and ocean currents. The blue sea slug makes use of countershading. The blue side of their body faces upwards, blending in with the blue of the water. The silver-gray side of the sea slugs also faces downwards, blending in with the sunlight reflecting on the ocean's surface when viewed upwards underwater. Number 6. The sea pen. Sea pens are colonial marine cnidarians belonging to the order Penachalaceae. It is one of the weirdest animals on Earth, and it is easy to know why. The colorful sea pen appears less like an animal and more like an ancient writing implement. These unusual-looking creatures' quill-like appearance is created by multiple polyps which has 8 tentacles, each branching out from a single central stalk. Found in less turbulent waters ranging from 33 to 6,600 plus feet. Some species can grow over 6 feet tall, usually positioning themselves in a current that provides a steady supply of plankton. Number 5. The naked mole rat. The naked mole rat, also known as the sand puppy, is a burrowing and longest living rodent in the world, who are natives to parts of East Africa. Appearing just as you would think based on their name, these strange-looking animals have wrinkly pink skin, as if they were completely missing a coat of fur. It is closely related to the blesmols and is the only species in the genus Heterocephalus of the family Heterocephalidae. It has a highly unusual set of physical traits that allows it to thrive in a harsh underground environment. They don't have ears at all and have such tiny eyes that they are practically blind. So they rely heavily on their sense of smell and pay close attention to vibrations in the ground for navigation and survival. The naked mole rat lacks pain sensitivity in its skin and has a very low metabolic and respiratory rates. It is also remarkable for its longevity and its resistance to cancer and oxygen deprivation. Number 4. The humpback anglerfish. The humpback anglerfish is a species of black sea devils in the family of Melanocetidae, which means black large sea creature in Greek. The species is named after the English naturalist who discovered the first specimen in Madeira in 1863. The common names include humpback anglerfish, humpback black devil, and Johnson's anglerfish. This horrifying humpback anglerfish is found at depths of 5,000 to 15,000 feet. They're 7 inches long, globular, and black as pitch, with a cavernous mouth filled with huge fang-like teeth. Made famous by a scene in Finding Nemo, these fish are definitely one of the coolest animals in the ocean, despite their appearance. They use a bioluminescent fishing lure, known as the Elysium, on their heads to attract its unsuspecting prey. All in all, it's a haunting creature we never wish to see in real life. Do you want to see this fish in real life? Let me know in the comment box. Number 3. The blobfish. The blobfish is a deep-sea fish of the family Cycloludidae. It inhabits the deep waters off the coasts of mainland Australia and Tasmania, as well as the waters of New Zealand. Blobfishes are typically shorter than 30 centimeters. They live at depths between 600 and 1,200 meters, where the pressure is 60 to 120 times as great as at sea level, which would likely make gas bladders inefficient for maintaining buoyancy. Instead, the flesh of the blobfish is primarily a gelatinous mass with a density slightly less than water. This allows the fish to float above the seafloor without expending energy on swimming. Its relative lack of muscle is not a disadvantage, as it primarily swallows edible matter that floats in front of it, such as deep ocean crustaceans. They only appear droopy when taken out of the sea, that is when they are brought to the surface from the extreme depths in which they live. This is as a result of drastic pressure change. In their natural environment, blobfishes appear more of a typical bony fish. Number 2. The goblin shark. The goblin shark is a rare species of deep-sea shark. Sometimes called a living fossil, this pink-skinned animal has a distinctive profile with an elongated flattened snout and highly protrusible jaws containing prominent nail-like teeth. It is usually between 3 and 4 meters long when mature, though it can grow considerably larger. Goblin sharks inhabit upper continental slopes, submarine canyons, and seamounts throughout the world at depths greater than 100 meters, with adults found deeper than juveniles. Various anatomical features of the goblin shark, such as its flabby body and small fins, suggest that it is sluggish in nature. This species hunts for fishes, cephalopods, and crustaceans both near the sea floor and in the middle of the water column. Its long snout enables the shark to sense minute electric fields produced by nearby prey, which it can snatch up by rapidly extending its jaws. Would you like to come across one of these weird sharks? Let me know in the comment box. Number 1. The Atretachona. The Atretachona is an amphibious species that was first discovered on an expedition to the Brazilian rainforest in the late 1800s. Most people had never heard of them until workers found 6 of these bizarre, eyeless creatures in 2011 while draining a portion of the Madeira River, a tributary of the Amazon, for a controversial hydroelectric project. It's also known as the penis snake, and it's easy to see why. They are limbless with snake-like bodies marked with earthworm-like rings and heads that look like a portion of the male anatomy. This brings us to the end for our picks for the top weirdest animals. Let me know in the comments the weirdest animal you saw and the animals you had never heard of. Remember to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss the next post.
Thank you for watching. Do well to like and leave a comment. Remember to subscribe, don't forget the bell icon too.